Customer management refers to the process of managing a company's relationship with its current and prospective customers. In this course, we will learn about the fundamental of customer management and how it differs from CRM. We will also distinguish between customer relationship management, customer experience management, and customer success management. So stay right where you are and learn all that you can about customer management. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new update or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoy this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on the video for any query or suggestions and I will respond to your comments.
Hello, my name is Shantanu Rana, and today I am going to teach you this course on customer management by Great Learning. Customer management is nothing but how a company or an organization is managing its relationship with the existing as well as potential customers. We will be understanding the basics of customer management with all the terminologies related to it, such as customer support, customer experience, customer relationship management, which is also known as CRM. We'll be understanding the manual as well as the software aspect of it. So let's not waste any time and directly have a look at the agenda where you'll be understanding what all we are going to cover in this course one after the another. So the very first thing that we will be discussing in this particular course is Introduction to Customer Management, where I'll be telling you what exactly is customer management and what are the main objectives of customer management. Then we'll be understanding CRM, that is customer relationship management, the software aspect of it as well. Then features of CRM, what are some main features or major features that should be there in each and every CRM software. All of that we'll be understanding. Then customer experience management, which is also known as CEM. We'll also see how CEM is different from CRM. We'll also be understanding the different types of CRM. Then CRM, SCM, and PLM. That simply means customer relationship management and how it is related to supply chain management, that is SCM, and PLM, that is product life cycle management. Once we'll clarify the difference, then we'll try to understand customer success management. We'll also see how customer success is different from customer support and how it is different from customer experience. And then at the end of this course, we'll try to understand different marketing strategies to increase customer loyalty and how it can impact an organization. So these are certain things that we will be covering in this particular course. All right. So let's start this course by understanding what exactly is customer management. As you can see on the screen, what is customer management? The process of managing a company's relationships with potential and existing customers is known as customer management. So in customer management, there are two things. It's about managing the relationship of the company with potential customers as well as the existing customers. When you talk about potential customers, those are the potential leads for your product or service. They are the potential customers who can buy your product or services. So how are you interacting with them? How are you engaging with them? How are you sending them the mails? What exactly is your sales funnel like? What exactly is your digital marketing funnel like? All of these things will be part of customer management. How are you managing your relationship with the people who have the potential to buy or use your products or services? That's about the potential customers. Similarly, it's also about managing the relationship of the company with the existing customers, people who are already using your products or services. How are you engaging with them? What exactly is the interaction of the organization with the existing customers? What exactly is the support and service like? How are you measuring their experience as customers? All of those things are part of customer management. So generally, a lot of people have this confusion. They think that customer management is nothing but CRM. However, you need to understand that CRM means customer relationship management, and generally there are CRM softwares that the organizations use to manage the relationship with their customers. But CRM is more about sales prediction, data, information. However, customer management is broader term. Customer relationship management, that is CRM, is definitely a part of customer management. But customer management in general is a broader concept which is about developing an identity, developing a brand value for the company. Let's try to understand some of the most important points which are written at the end of the screen. It's critical for businesses to integrate their customer strategy with their goals and objectives. Whenever you talk about any organization, there's always a vision, there's always a mission, there are always some core values that the organizations believe in. Now, how you align your strategies, be it your sales strategy, marketing strategy, or even customer strategy, that is extremely important. If your strategies are not aligned with the objectives of the organization, definitely you will not be able to implement that in the correct form. So, in order to make sure that each and everything is effective and efficient, you have to integrate the customer strategy, which should be aligned with the goals or the objectives of the organization. Then second point says that a company's ability to identify, grow, and keep profitable clients determines its profitability. If you do not know who are your potential customers, if you do not know how exactly you can interact with them, then there will be no point. So first thing is you have to identify the potential customers. Then you have to grow that and eventually you will be profitable. So these certain things are extremely important when you talk about any customer strategy in any organization, in any sector. Then customer management enables the organization to improve customer satisfaction and build a trusting relationship with its customers. Now you must be thinking that if the customers are buying products and services, what is the point of building a good relationship with them? Because if we'll build a good relationship with the existing customers, they will be loyal to the company. The brand value will be better as well. And if the customers are loyal to the company, eventually the revenue growth for the company will be more, because those customers who are already using our products and services, they'll again come and they'll become the regular customer for that particular product or service, which is the main aim for any company, because that will give company the competitive edge as well as the revenue growth. All right, now we have understood what exactly is customer management. Now it is time for us to understand more in detail about CRM, that is customer relationship management. In this particular module, we will not be discussing a lot about the software aspect of it. That is something we will be covering in the next module. In this module, our main aim is to understand what exactly are the main objectives of CRM or customer relationship management. As you can see on the screen, what is CRM? CRM or customer relationship management is a business approach that focuses on boosting sales, profits, lowering expenses, and increasing customer loyalty. We have already understood that loyal customers are the best customers for any business, especially when we are talking about the existing customers. Because if a customer is loyal to your product or your service, definitely they will become the regular customer, which will give company an competitive edge as well as the revenue growth. So all these things such as boosting sales, boosting profits, lowering expenses and increasing customer loyalty, this all is possible with the help of CRM. And one thing which is a misconception among a lot of people is they think that CRM is just about software, it's just about technology. Definitely, there are so many companies who uses a CRM software, but CRM is not just using technology. It's not just about that. It is much more than that. Is it also about gaining better grasp of your customers' demands or consumers' demand in order to be more responsive to them? The very first thing when it comes to any business is understanding the requirement of the customers. If there is a mismatch between the need of the customer and your product, definitely the customers will never be interested in buying your product or service. In order to bridge that gap between the customer's need and your product, you should understand, you should have a better understanding of how exactly and what exactly the customer wants. And that is possible with the help of CRM. As you can see that it is also about gaining a better grasp of your consumer's demand. What exactly is the demand of the customer? What do they want? Based upon that, you can make your marketing strategies, sales strategies, your pitch, sales pitch as well, and everything will be on place. So everything should be aligned with the requirements of the customer as well as the organizational objectives. If all the strategies are aligned with customer demands and organizational objectives, definitely we will be able to implement that strategy in a much better, much efficient way. There are so many tasks which can be performed with the help of CRM, the basic administrative tasks. We can also identify who are our ideal buyers, our potential customers. Then we can do contact management. One good advantage of using CRM again. Then schedule follow-ups or scheduled meetings. Then sales pipeline tracking. We can understand where exactly at what stage the customer is at in the sales funnel, whether that person is a potential customer, whether that person is an existing customer. We can provide support and services. All these things related to customer management are actually possible with the help of CRM software or CRM system. Now let's try to understand what exactly are the main objectives of CRM or customer relationship management. Number one, to develop better communication between the company and the customers. Now, a better communication between company and customer is beneficial not just for the customers but also for the company. Why? Because if there is good communication between the company and customers, definitely the customers will be satisfied and eventually they can become loyal customers for that particular product or service. But how it is benefiting the organization? If there is good communication between customers and company, the company can easily get feedback from those customers. Company can engage with those customers. And then that feedback can help the company in designing the product, in making the strategies. And they can have better understanding of what customer needs, which is the main aim for any business. Then second is to make the marketing and sales process easier. Definitely, if we are able to do all the administrative tasks, we are able to schedule follow-up meetings, everything with the help of CRM, the sales and marketing process will be much easier. We can do contact management as well, as already seen. Then to improve the efficiency of sales centers or call centers, then to deliver better services to customers, to find new clients, to find the potential buyers or ideal buyers for your particular product, then to increase revenue from existing ones, because we can make them loyal customers, then they can become your regular customer for that particular product and service, and eventually you will be getting the revenue growth as an organization. Then to collect all the customer related data. One very important thing about CRM is that it can manage the data and it can give you analytics also. It can tell you what exactly the data is saying. If you look at a raw data, you will never be able to understand what is the meaning of that data. But if you see it in the form of some charts, some graphs, it's very easier to understand. And that is something which is possible with the help of a CRM system. You can get data, you can collect data from the customer, their email ID, whatever data you want to collect, which can help you in your business. And then you can represent it and you can have better understanding of the data in order to understand the requirements of those customers. Then to maximize marketing with segmentation tools and analytics, and to improve response time to customer requests. All these things are possible with the help of a CRM software. And that is actually the main objective for any customer relationship management software, to be better in that business, because that will give revenue growth to the company and as well as competitive advantage when in the market space. All right. So now that we have understood what exactly are the main objectives of CRM or customer relationship management, it is time for us to discuss in detail the software aspect of CRM. So in this particular module, we will be talking about CRM software, what exactly is the need for CRM strategy, and what are the different types of CRM system that we can have. We will be discussing each of these things in detail in this particular module. As you can see on the screen, what is CRM software? CRM software is a tool that helps your company provide a unique and seamless experience for its customers, while also building stronger relationships by providing a complete picture of all customer interactions, tracking sales, organizing and prioritizing opportunities, and facilitating collaboration among various teams. When it comes to any product, any service that you have to sell, there are so many teams involved in that. So you definitely need collaboration. You need to track sales. You need to analyze the data. You need to interact with the customers. You need to have the contact points, interaction point of each and every customer so that the experience is good for them. And all of these things are possible with the help of a CRM software. You can boost sales, you can boost profits, you can organize data, you can prioritize opportunities, and you can facilitate collaboration. All these things as a part of one platform, CRM software. Now, what is the need for CRM strategy? We are discussing a lot about CRM, that why CRM is important, and all these things we have discussed already. What are the different types of it? What is CRM software? But why are we discussing and focusing on it so much? What is the need for CRM strategy in any business? Let's try to understand that. Your client information will be all over the place if you don't have a strong CRM software. Then it will be difficult to keep track of all the contact points and interactions you have had with specific customers. This results in long sales cycle and a generic and poor customer experience. All these things can happen if you do not have a CRM software. When it comes to any organization, there are thousands of customers, hundreds of customers that are involved. You cannot note down the detail of each and every customer. You cannot know what exactly is the contact point for that particular customer. To do all of that, we need technology in terms of CRM software. If we have a CRM software, we can organize the entire data. We can get to know what exactly is this customer at what stage of the sales funnel or the marketing funnel this customer is at, and depending upon that we can make these strategies to sell a particular product or a service to any customer. All of these things are possible only with the help of some technology or any CRM software. If we do not have any technology, the information will be all over the place and we will not be able to strategize properly. We will not be able to implement the plans properly. That's why a CRM software is extremely important. It does not just give competitive edge or competitive advantage to the company, but it is actually a necessity in today's world where we have to follow the technology. If we go the manual way, we will not be able to manage the data, we will not be able to analyze the data, and eventually the profitability will decrease and productivity will also decrease. If we want the processes to be efficient, effective, and smooth, we definitely need a CRM software. Now with that, let's try to discuss what are the different types of CRM software that we have in the market. It's not that one CRM software is better than the other. It's always depending upon the business. Each and every company is different. Each and every product is different. So depending upon your product and service, depending upon the requirement of your team and your business, each and every CRM will have different pros and different cons. So there are generally three types of CRM systems that we discuss: collaborative CRM system, operational CRM system, and analytical CRM system. Let's start with collaborative CRM system. So this system ensures that all teams have access to same up-to-date customer data. Whatever data is there, if it is required by the accounts team, the finance team, the marketing team, the sales team, all of them will have access to it. The main feature of this particular type of CRM system is collaboration. It promotes collaboration and it is built with that kind of mindset. Customer retention and satisfaction are more important than revenue in collaborative CRMs. It is ideal for businesses with multiple departments that are currently struggling to keep everyone on the same page. If there are so many departments which are involved and you want to keep everyone on the same page, you can go for collaborative CRM system, because what it promotes is collaboration. So there will be everything smooth between all the teams and everyone will be on the same page. Then let's talk about operational CRM system. It includes capabilities that are similar to collaborative CRMs but focus on tracking, managing, enhancing the entire customer life cycle. So that is one added advantage that we get with operational CRM system. It is definitely ideal for companies that want to get more out of their customer data. Each and every company, each and every team will have some customer data. At what stage the customer is at, whether somebody is existing customer, potential customer, ideal buyers, we have all the data. Now, how to utilize that data? How to analyze that data? That can be done with the help of an operational CRM system by tracking, managing, and enhancing the entire customer life cycle. Now, the last but not the least is analytical CRM system, which is useful for high level strategizing. It is ideal for companies that have a lot of customer data but don't know how to use it effectively. We all know that we can never waste data. Data is extremely important. It is the oil for today's world. Now, what we can analyze from that data is extremely important. By just looking at data, you cannot imagine what exactly are the benefits of that. What exactly are the insights that we can draw from that? We need some tools for that. And that tool for you can be analytical CRM software. So if you have an analytical CRM software, you can analyze the entire data in order to get some insights about your customers and their requirements. And accordingly, those changes you can implement in your strategies, maybe marketing, sales strategies, and even in your product design as well, so that we can meet the customer demands and eventually we can reach the competitive edge and get the revenue growth that we want. So these are the three main types of CRM softwares that we have. All right. So now that we have understood what exactly is customer relationship management, what is CRM software, what are the different types of it, and are the main objectives of it is time for us to understand that what are some of the most important or common essential features that should be there in every CRM. And that is something we will be exploring in this particular module. So there are 7 features that I have mentioned which are essential and are most important for any CRM system. Number one is customer needs. That is to understand what exactly are the requirements or the demands of the customer. Whenever you are trying to sell a product or a service, the main aim is to meet or exceed the customer demands or needs. If you have no understanding of what the customer wants, you will never be able to provide them the right product or the right service. So each and every CRM software definitely should have the feature where we can understand the customer requirements, the customer needs. Then customer response. That is a reaction by the company to the queries and activities of the consumers or the customers. What exactly are the common questions that the customers are asking? How exactly you can engage with the customers to provide the answers to those common questions? That is something which should be addressed by a CRM software. Then customer satisfaction, that is measuring how the needs are met. There are customer needs, then there is a product and a service that you are providing to meet those needs. But to what extent that product or a service is meeting those needs? Are you meeting the customer demands? Are you exceeding the customer demands? Or are you lacking somewhere? What are the areas of improvement? All those things should definitely be tracked with the help of a CRM software so that you can understand whether the customers are satisfied or not. Then customer loyalty. That is the tendency of the customer to buy from the same supplier regularly. Whether the customers are loyal to your brand or not. Are they going to go to some other competition of yours and buy products next time? Or they will again come to you and will become your regular customer? That should also be tracked. Then customer retention, whether the customers are going to retain or not the existing customers. Then customer complaints. If the customers are raising any complaints, how are you resolving that? How are you interacting with the customers? Then resolving the complaints efficiently and effectively is also important, and that should also be one of the most important features for any CRM software. And the last but not the least is customer service, providing clarity about all the products and brands. Whether you are onboarding the clients properly or not, are you telling them each and everything about your product and service or not? How are you interacting with them? How are you giving them the instructions that should be given? All these things should definitely be part of any CRM software. Eventually, you will be able to build a very strong relationship with the customer, be it potential customers or be it existing customers. And once the relationship is strong, definitely those customers will become your regular customers. They will be loyal to your brand, which will give you a competitive edge in the market and as well as the revenue growth. All right. So we have understood each and everything about customer relationship management, that is CRM. Now it is time for us to understand more about CEM, that is customer experience management. When we talk about CRM, it is more about managing the data, managing the customers, how you interact with them. But what exactly is the experience of those customers like? Are they satisfied with the product or not? How exactly are you dealing with that? That is something which is done by customer experience management. So when we talk about CRM, it is more about managing the customers. But when we talk about CEM or customer experience management, that is more about enabling those customers. Managing is one thing, enabling those customers is one thing. Definitely, these two things are overlapping with each other, but there is a clear difference as well. Let's try to explore that in this particular module. As you can see on the screen, customer experience management is the discipline of understanding customers and implementing strategic plans to improve happiness, loyalty, and advocacy through cross-functional initiatives and a customer-centric culture. In any company, for example, you must have heard this about Amazon, that they obsess over customers. The leaders in Amazon obsess over customers. It's not about competition most of the times, it's just about customers. If you obsess over customers, definitely it will give you a competitive edge as well as the revenue growth. So customer experience management is the discipline of understanding the customers and implementing strategic plans to improve the happiness of those customers, loyalty of those customers, and advocacy through cross-functional initiatives and a customer-centric culture. Now, it will give advantage to you in terms of monetary benefits as well as non-monetary benefits. If the customers are happy, definitely those customers will become your regular customers. If the customer becomes your regular customers, you can upsell the same product and eventually you will get the revenue growth, and in the competition also you will be much better than the other organizations which are there in your competition in the particular market, in the particular sector. The main objective of CEM or customer experience management is to understand the user behavior or consumer behavior, then engagement with customers, how you interact with them, how exactly are you dealing with them once they have taken the product, are you solving their queries or not? It's more about that, and then analyzing and acting on the feedback. They are giving the feedback. You are analyzing that feedback, and based upon that feedback, you're making changes in your product, your sales strategies, or your marketing strategies. So all of that can be done if you have better understanding of the experience of the customer. And that's all customer experience management is about. Now let's try to understand the clear difference between CRM and CEM. CRM is primarily concerned with keeping tracks of customers, increasing sales, boosting profits, and addressing concerns. However, CEM takes a more comprehensive approach to attracting and retaining customers through exceptional experience. So it's more about experience. When we talk about CEM, it is experience oriented. When you talk about CRM, it's about managing, tracking, boosting sales, boosting profits. CRM manages the customers and CEM enables the customer. That is something we have already discussed. And then CRM is concerned with what happens before a user has been acquired, whereas CEM is what happens after the user is on board. You have a product. How exactly are you dealing with the product in order to buy that particular product? That is what CRM is about. But once the customer has taken that product, the CRM cycle is over, and what starts is CEM. How exactly are you treating the customer after they have taken your product or your service? Are you resolving their queries? Is there any conflict that you are having with the customer? How are you resolving that? Are the customers having any complaints? How are you going to solve that? All these things are part of CEM. So before the product is taken by the customer, it's CRM because the customer is not acquired yet, and still you are engaging with them, you are interacting with them, you are building the sales funnel. But once they have taken the product, what starts is CEM. How are you treating with them in order to make their experience better as your customer? Now, we cannot say that customer relationship management is more important or customer experience management is more important. Both of these are equally important for any business. The aspects in both these terms are quite different, but at the same time, these can overlap when we talk in terms of the business world. So it is valuable to implement both CRM and CEM for the growth of any business. Both are equally important for any business in order to acquire the customers, in order to make their experiences better. All right. So now let's try to understand that what exactly is CRM, SCM, and PLM. So these three are very important terms when we are talking about any product life cycle, and these three terms are generally very confusing to a lot of people. In this particular module, I will be telling you what exactly is CRM, SCM, and PLM, how these three things are interlinked, and at the same time, I'll be telling you where to put CRM in the entire product lifecycle and where to put SCM, and you'll get clarity over it. So let's try to understand about CRM, SCM, and PLM. First of all, what exactly is SCM? That is supply chain management. Supply chain management is the administration of the workflow that takes raw materials and parts from the supplier to the manufacturer, then to the wholesaler, then to the retailer, and lastly to the consumer. So it is everything from launch through the distribution. If you talk about any product, the very first thing is we understand the market, we understand the customer needs, then the product is manufactured, Once the product is manufactured, it is distributed into the market. Once the product is distributed, it will get growth, and then eventually it will reach a saturation or a maturity stage, and after that there will be decline of the product. So this is the entire life cycle of any product that we have, which is nothing but your PLM, that is product life cycle management. Now, in this product life cycle management, we have SCM and CRM. Yes, we can say that SCM and CRM are subsets of PLM. So in the entire product life cycle management, the first part, from manufacturing the product to distributing it into the market, that is your SCM, that is supply chain management. And the last part, when the product is distributed to the customers, how are we dealing with the customers? How are we engaging with the customers? How are we managing the entire data? That is what CRM is all about. That is customer relationship management. As you can see on the screen, the three terms, SCM means supply chain management, CRM means customer relationship management, and PLM means product life cycle management. SCM is everything from launch through the distribution in the product life cycle management, which definitely includes your manufacturing as well. So taking the raw material and parts from the supplier to the manufacturer, then taking it to wholesaler, taking it to retailer, and lastly to the consumer. That is all SCM, supply chain management. But once the product reaches the customer, SCM is over. What starts is CRM, that is customer relationship management, which is the management of present and potential customers, as well as their interactions with your organization and data on their transactions. So CRM is everything that happens after a customer buys a product until it is retired or recycled. In very simple words, we can say that PLM, product life cycle management, is everything starting from launching the product, manufacturing the product, to its retire, its saturation or maturity in the market. Then comes SCM, which is till the time when the product is launched, is distributed to the consumers. Once the product is distributed, the consumers got the product. After that, CRM starts. That is customer relationship management, which is about interaction of the organization with the customers. So these three terms are not interchangeable, but at the same times, these are interlinked to each other. All right. So we have already understood that what exactly is customer relationship management and what is customer experience management. Now it is time for us to discuss more about customer success. What is customer success management and how customer success is different from customer experience and customer support? All these things we will be exploring in this particular module. We'll also be understanding that why customer success is extremely important for any business. So let's get started. As you can see on the screen, what is customer success? Customer success is a strategy that focuses on building long-term customer relationships. Now, long-term customer relationships is extremely important. It's not about building a strong relationship for a short period of time. It's about long-term, proactively, when you are trying to identify solutions to the problems of the customers, and proactively identifying solutions to the possible problems in order to reduce churn rate and boost upsell chances. Now, what is churn rate, which is also known as attrition rate? That is basically when the customers actually stops buying from you as an organization or as a supplier. When the customer stops buying, that is your churn rate. At what rate they stops buying, that will be your attrition rate or churn rate. Now, how do you reduce that? How do you boost the upsell chances? That is what customer success management is all about. Now, customer success entails far more than simply marketing to prospective clients. It's all about cultivating client relationships and ensuring that their demands are addressed, which leads to improved customer loyalty and revenue. You talk about any business, you talk about any product or service, eventually what we want is loyal customer. Because if the customer is loyal, they will be a regular customer. We can upsell our product and services, and eventually we will be able to get the revenue growth as well as the competitive edge in the market. So that's the main aim. And with customer success, we can actually make it work. Now, let's try to understand that why customer success is different from customer support. So customer support is a reactive strategy to solving customers' problems as they emerge. We have sold a product. Now the customer is having some issue, some complaint, some issue with that particular product. They have a query. They will ask that query. We will resolve that query. That is what customer support is. If you are not resolving that query, that means your customer support is very bad, your customer service is very bad. But if you are resolving that query, that is your customer support, and we can say that your customer support is good. Now, how fast you are in responding to that query, that can also be one factor that we can say whether your customer support is good or bad. But how it is different from customer success? So if you see this entire process of customer support, this is very reactive. First a question is asked, then we resolve that, and that is what customer support is. So it's very reactive. First of all, something happens, then as a reaction to that, you do something. But when we see about customer support, that is proactive. That means without any queries, we are trying to help the customers. So customer success is a proactive approach to preventing problems by offering assistance throughout the customer experience to ensure goals are reached. Then what is the difference between customer success and customer experience? So we have already understood that customer experience is the interactions customers have with the brand. But customer success, on the other hand, exerts great control over the experience in order to ensure that it is helpful to the customer. So we can simply say that customer experience is extremely important for any business to have. But customer success will measure how good the customer experience is. It will say whether the customer experience is good or bad, and based upon that, you have to change your strategies, maybe sales strategies, marketing strategies, your product design, so that we can meet the customer demands in the much better, efficient, and effective way. Alright, we have already understood that for any business, any product, any service, customer loyalty is extremely important. If the customers are loyal, definitely it will give a lot of benefits to the organization. It will increase the sales, we will be able to retain the existing customers, we will be able to attract the new customers. All these benefits definitely we will be getting if the customers are loyal to the brand, to the company, to that particular product or service. A well executed customer loyalty program will definitely allow you for sustainable growth within the organization. And definitely there are so many advantages that we will be getting with our competition. It will give us a competitive edge along with the revenue growth. So in this particular module, we will be seeing what are some of the marketing strategies to increase customer loyalty in any company. So let's get started. As you can see on the screen, number one is offer discounts. If you will offer discounts, definitely customers will feel bonded to your brand and they will become loyal eventually. Then reward customers. If you reward customers, for example, if you talk about these applications such as Google Pay, Paytm, you get these points or you get these coupons. That is nothing but rewarding customers, and that makes you a loyal customer for those brands. Then encourage referrals. Referrals, for example, you must have downloaded any application, and when you download an application, there's always some referral that if you'll refer your friend, you will be getting 50 points, or if you'll refer your friend, you will be getting a free delivery for the first order. These kind of offers we generally see. Those are nothing but encouraging referrals from those brands so that they can make the customers loyal. Then create a point system. As already discussed, just like in Google Pay, Paytm, all these applications, we have this point system that if you'll reach to this particular level, you will be getting these points. So that's like rewarding, and customers feel more bonded and more encouraged by your particular brand. Then ask for feedback. If you ask for feedback, customers will feel that they are heard and they are seen. And if customers feel that, definitely there are very high chances that they will be loyal to your brand because you are taking them seriously. Now, listening to feedback is one thing and acting upon that is another thing. First of all, you have to take the feedback, that is one thing. Then you have to analyze that feedback, that is second thing. And then you have to make plans and strategies according to that feedback. Whatever the customer wants, we have to align everything with that. So that can be done if we ask for feedback. That will definitely increase loyal number of customers. Then personalize sales and marketing. Even if you are sending a mail to a potential client, make sure you personalize it. If you personalize it, there are high chances that the customers will feel that they are bonded to your particular brand. Then engage with customers. Maybe you can have accounts on social media. So if you see, there are so many platforms where people actually engage with their customers through social media. If you talk about Amazon Prime Video, you must have seen that they interact with the users, with their people who have taken the subscription of Prime on Instagram. Even if you'll just comment on their post, they will reply back. So that is what engagement is all about. If you'll engage with the customers, they will feel happy and satisfied with your brand. Then be available for customers. If customers are having any issues, they have any complaint, they need anything, they have any problem with the particular product or service that you are providing, definitely you should be available. That is the one very important thing. If you follow these simple strategies, definitely the customers that you will be gaining will be very, very loyal to your brand. You will also be able to retain the existing customers, as well as you will be able to attract the new customers. So these are some of the benefits you will be getting if you implement or execute these strategies in the correct, efficient way. Now we have reached to the end of this course. I hope you have understood all the basic concepts related to customer management. Now it is time for us to summarize whatever we have discussed till now. As you can see on the screen, first of all, we started with the definition of customer management, where we understood that the process of managing a company's relationships with potential and existing customers is known as customer management. Just selling the product is not enough. You have to interact with the customers, you have to engage with them. Now, how you interact with the potential customers who have the potential to buy your product, who are the ideal buyers for your product, that is also important. Along with that, how you interact with the customers who have already taken your product, that is also very important, because if you won't interact or engage with the existing customers, they will never retain, they will never be your loyal customer. So that is one advantage of interacting with the existing as well as potential customers, and that's all customer management is about. Then we understood that there is one more term, that is CRM, customer relationship management, which is definitely a part of customer management. So CRM is a business approach that focuses on boosting sales, profits, lowering expenses, and increasing customer loyalty. This is more about managing the data, managing the customers, finding the contact points, because we cannot remember each and everything with each and every customer. To do that, we should have a CRM software. We can do all these basic administrative tasks for us, schedule follow-ups, schedule meetings, and also contact management. All these things are possible with the help of a good CRM software. We have also seen that there are three types of CRM softwares or systems that we generally have: collaborative, operational, and analytic. We cannot say that one CRM system is better than the other. It completely depends upon the business, the product, and the services that you are providing. Then we understood more about customer experience management, which is the discipline of understanding customers and implementing strategic plans to improve happiness, loyalty, advocacy through cross-functional initiatives and a customer-centric culture. Now, providing good experience to customers is extremely important. By providing good experience, we can ensure that the existing customers will again buy product from the same brand, and that will definitely give you a competitive edge as well as the revenue growth. Then CRM manages the customer and CEM enables the customer. We understood that CRM and CEM definitely are interlinked but are not interchangeable. These are two different terms. When we talk about CRM, it's about managing the customers, and when we talk about CEM, it is about enabling the customers, providing them the good experience. Now, how do you measure how good that experience is? For that, we have customer success. Customer success is a strategy that focuses on building long-term customer relationships and proactively identifying solutions to possible problems in order to reduce churn rate or attrition rate and boost upsell chances. We can reduce turnover by having good success management for the customers. So these are certain things that we have discussed in this particular course. I hope you have understood all these basic terminologies and concepts related to customer management. Thank you so much for attending this course.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new update or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoy this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on the video for any query or suggestions, and I will respond to your comments.